Hello, this is going to be a video talking about the past two videos of poems that I have performed on this channel, La Vie Boheme and Grey Souls and Dancing Minds. These are two poems that I'm actually really proud of and felt deserved a video, so I'm going to hope that they are the precedent of future poems and pieces that I will read out and share on this channel. I'm Heidi Street. I am a writer, stand-up comedian and poet, as well as being a university student towards the end, at this particular moment in time, of the first year of university. So I'm 20 years old and I'm currently in Bath, although I'll probably do videos in my hometown too, in Portsmouth. So yeah, very exciting stuff. So I think now would be a great idea to talk about the past two videos I've done and talk about kind of what inspired those poems, why I wrote those poems and why they're so important to me. So yeah, here goes nothing. So the first poem I'm going to talk about is La Vie Boheme. This is actually a poem inspired by the musical Rent and Jonathon Larson, who was an absolute genius. He wrote this musical about a bunch of Bohemians who were living in New York during the AIDS epidemic, so 1989 to 1990. So the play takes place in a year of these people's lives, and sort of how so much happens in a year from Christmas Eve to Christmas Eve, basically, so 12 months. And the song La Vie Boheme that is sung is basically about Bohemia. It's about rebellion, it's about making change, it's kind of like about sort of shouting back and saying, actually, no, we don't have to conform to society, and stuff like that. We can be our own people and be creative. We can be artists without having to conform. So I decided to pay tribute to Jonathon Larson, who unfortunately never got to see his show on Broadway because he sadly passed away. I can't remember what of, but he passed away long before opening night. I think he actually passed away during the dress rehearsal, which I think is really sad. And also, so I wanted to kind of pay tribute to that, to an amazing writer, someone who inspired me so much, and a musical that kind of changed my life. So I wrote the poem as a performance poem because it kind of made sense to be a shouty, angry poem. I actually really enjoyed writing it. I used quite a lot of the lyrics from La Vie Boheme to kind of implement the poetry that I was writing. I very rarely do that because I prefer to write my own work, completely original own work, but this poem was kind of different because it's a tribute. So I think about 2/4 of the poem, half of the poem is Jonathon Larson's work, so I want to make that clear that it's the lyrics from the musical. It's not completely my own work, which is why I kind of wanted to make this part of the video anyway, sort of because it's just so clever and so inspirational and kind of fits the lives that we are now living in 2014 as university students, as writers at university studying a degree in creative writing, and also to reflect the way that youth is a lot more in 2014 is a lot more rebellious now than it would have been in my sister's day. My sister's graduated years ago, and as far as I'm aware, students weren't anywhere near as angry in her generation as they are in ours. So I wanted to pay tribute in a way to that as well, that we're more angry and we're more determined to make change because of the situation that we're now in as students in the United Kingdom. So that's the first poem, La Vie Boheme. The second poem I want to talk about is Grey Souls and Dancing Minds, which is quite dark actually for me, because I don't normally write dark. Well, I don't know, I write rebellious, sort of angry poetry and prose. I don't so often write quite dark stuff in a way, because, you know, like, I don't know, it's not normally subjects that I tackle. In it, I tackle, like, mental health. A lot of my closest friends and writers that I am really dear to my heart all have mental health issues. So they are fighting those on a regular basis, as well as general life. So I wanted to write about that because it's something I felt was important to write about, and it was something that the lack of support for mental health issues makes me angry, and I wanted to write about how I was watching these minds sort of struggle to survive. And also I wanted to kind of mention my own issues, because I do have autistic disorders, so I am autistic, and I also have been recently diagnosed with ADHD. Well, more on the inattentive side. So technically I have ADD, which is attention deficit disorder, which I've recently been diagnosed with, as well as Erlin syndrome, so I have like wacky glasses. So yeah, wacky glasses for that. So I wanted to write about my own struggle in a way, whilst writing about theirs, and talking about the fact that can be at times quite selfless and attempt to make others feel better without looking after myself. So I wanted to write about that in a quite selfish way. And I also at that time was reading Allen Ginsburg's Howl, where I have also borrowed quotes from. I haven't been as blatant with borrowing lines as I have been with La Vie Boheme, but I kind of did borrow them because I felt that they would be relevant for the kind of poem I was writing. So I felt that was very important to mention that as well. They're both two poems that I absolutely love, and I have included them in my anthology, which I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that will be on Amazon very soon. I am charging for it because I'm a university student. I need to make money, so I mean, I've charged very little for it. I think about £3, which I think is $5.99 in dollars. I know that sounds terrible, but it's a lot of work and I need the money. So yeah, I'm actually quite proud of the achievement, because I never thought I'd actually get around to, at this time last year, I didn't think I'd be publishing on Amazon. I didn't think I'd have the guts to do it, or I'd have work worthy to submit to Amazon to sort of sell and distribute. So I'm very excited by that. So yeah, I hope that you stick around and check out more of my work, and check out other things. I'm going to be putting links to my DeviantArt page, as well as my blog Scribbles of a Geek. I can't talk now. It's like, what's the time now? I think it's like midnight, nearly 1 a.m. So I am getting quite tired. It's been a long day. Frantically trying to get everything sorted, but I'm very pleased I've been quite productive today. So yeah, on this channel I'll be hopefully putting on more poems. I'm definitely putting on more poems, and I'm also going to be vlogging, hopefully weekly, preferably weekly, like, as I think that's very important to do that, and expand on my comedian sort of side of things, because I also do stand up, so I want to talk more about that. And yeah, so hopefully all of you guys will stick around. It's been nice talking to you guys. I hope you've enjoyed talking to me. So yeah, peace out guys, peace out.